ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Let's Play series of the Darkest Dungeon. My name is Sir Camus. Today we're finally gonna go back into the Darkest Dungeon and try to complete the mission known as the Belly of the Beast. The description: your enemy is fast sprawling and must be destroyed from within. Slog through the twisting heart and find your way to its throbbing... maze and find your way to its throbbing heart. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. But anyway, we need to activate one locust beacon. We kind of know, or I hope that we kind of know where that is at the moment. We're gonna try to find and activate it with a party formation known as Bloody Stunners, which probably refers to the fact that all of these characters have some sort of stunning ability. But on most of them we don't have those stunning abilities equipped. The Hellion, for example, we've given her, basically my favorite skill set, the Wicked Hack, Iron Swan, If It Bleeds, and Adrenaline Rush. I've given both of the Hellions also the Eldritch Slayer's Ring, because that deals increased damage against Eldritch, and that is quite useful in the place where we are going. I believe that all of the enemies, or at least most of them, are going to be Eldritch. The first Hellion I have given the Ancestor Scandal as well. It increases damage, speed and dodge as long as the torchlight is above 50. And I'm pretty sure that we want to do this dungeon with full torchlight at all times, so that's gonna work out just fine, I think. This Hellion also has a couple of nice quirks, the Beast Hater, for example, and Hard Skinned. That's also the reason why I haven't given her any trinkets that really help her with defense. Although, of course, 5 extra dodge is technically helping a little bit with defense, but it helps only a very, very small fraction. But anyway, she should be quite well defended. She should deal very nice damage against all of the enemies that we're going to be facing today. So she is ready to go, essentially. The second Hellion doesn't really have any trinkets, or any quirks, I mean, that are gonna help her a lot. And she's also not very well protected, which is why I've given her the Ancestor's Signet Ring, increasing her protection by 10, and also increasing her accuracy by 10, which is quite nice, because that means that the damage that she's going to deal is more than likely going to land as well, which is of course quite good. Like I mentioned, she also has the Eldritch Slayer's Ring. Her only difference with the other Hellion is that she has the Breakthrough ability instead of the Iron Swan, because of course the Iron Swan ability can only be used from the first position, and she is in the second. But Breakthrough is sometimes useful, so I have decided to equip that on her, although now that I notice the Barbaric Yap ability, I might change my mind and switch things around, so maybe I want that ability as well. So let's upgrade that right now. Anyway, continuing on with the Occultist, he has Sacrificial Stab, Weakening Curse, Whip, Reconstruction, and Demon's Spool equipped. He doesn't really have any quirks that help him a lot, except Photomania, which is quite nice, reducing the amount of slash damage that he receives. High Torchlight, already mentioned, we're gonna keep the Torchlight quite high, and that is required for this quirk, so that should work out quite nicely in conjunction with our current plans. And Slow Reflexes is of course a negative quirk that affects us slightly, but -1 speed shouldn't be too bad. The Cursed Incense, a trinket that I've equipped on him, reduces his HP by 2, which I think is an acceptable sacrifice considering the fact that move skill chance and debuff skill chance are increased quite nicely by it. And then the Ancestor's Coat help him dodge enemy attacks, which he should need quite a lot, because of course his low HP does make him rather vulnerable. Now finally we have the Plague Doctor. She has her standard trinkets, the Witch's Vial and the Blasphemous Vial. She is mostly going to be stunning the, kind of the boss in this level, because she can do that with one Blinding Gas attack, which is quite nice. Her Battlefield Medicine should help us get rid of a few nasty blights that have been plaguing us in the last attempt at this dungeon that we made. Emboldening Vapors is quite nice, making our Hellions way more powerful. And Noxious Blast, just in case we need to get rid of some armored units in the front. We may swap her skills around a little bit, but I'm rolling with this for now. Disorienting Blast is also not looking too bad, but I think with Blinding Gas already equipped, equipping Disorienting Blast is kind of a bit of a bad thing. The nice thing about this Plague Doctor, however, is that she has On Guard, so we can probably stun the boss and maybe in other fights other enemies. In the very first round, which is nice, and in other rounds she should also be quite fast thanks to her quick reflexes. And I don't think that we come across man, or human enemies I mean, but if we do, Manslayer's gonna help us a little bit as well. Alright, well, I hope this is gonna go well. Once again, I'm quite nervous, but I think I've prepared rather well today. And we're gonna bring all of the food that we have at our disposal, which is 36 plus 6 is 42, which is what it said at the beginning. I do pay attention. Anti-venom. I do want medicinal herbs this time, and holy waters. Keys are not really useful, but torches are, and I'm going to bring 3 stacks. Maybe even another one, actually, but let's also bring more anti-venom. We haven't touched... Last time we didn't touch any of the bandages that we brought, so I'm not going to bring any this time. But that does mean that I have some inventory space left. So I might want to consider filling that up. Let me just sort it, because sometimes I can be kind of neurotic in that area. Let's do this. Let's fill that up with, I think, another stack of torches, actually. Because we have to travel quite a long way today. Or maybe medicinal herbs? Ooh, that could also work out nicely. If we, for example, at a camp, use the... Maybe use the battle... No, the battle trance I don't think is going to work. I don't think that the -10 accuracy is going to be debuff. I'm not sure, though. But if we use Revel... Oh, we don't have Revel anyway. I don't really like Revel anyway. So, I don't think I'll bother. So I don't think that I need another stack of medicinal herbs. Okay, let's do this. And let's also listen to the narrator.
The interminable stone holes are but an antechamber. The creature is vast beyond measure, and must be battled from within. Step over the threshold, and let the terrible truth worm its way into your mind.
Beautiful intro, actually.
Gate, a maddening aperture to realms beyond human understanding.
I am gonna turn the narrator off now, however. I find him quite distracting, like I mentioned before. It makes it quite hard to make my own commentary, so let's save this and get back to the game. Alright. Yeah, I'm really freaked out. I actually find it... I'm kind of in an unreal state of mind here. I kind of can hardly believe that I'm back in this area. But we should be fine, right? We now know where we need to go, approximately. I actually haven't looked at the map from last time. I didn't check out the video too much, other than the fact that I've checked out the boss a little bit better to check what his stats were exactly, which is what I have based this party composition on for a great, to a great extent. But I'm gonna discuss that when we actually meet the boss. For now... Oh, right, the fetch thing. I forgot about that. Another Nash. Well, our healer's gonna be healing, that's for sure. I do want to keep everyone as close to the maximum HP as possible. And you should deal very nice damage here. 16 to 30 is very likely to get the kill. Didn't get the kill, but it is going to bleed to death now on its own. And you remove half of the health of that unit, which is quite nice. Let's stun the one in the back. Probably should have done that last time as well. But at least this guy is now dead, without us having to take any more effort towards that end. And she misses, okay. That's a lot of damage. He is indeed quite vulnerable. I was kind of hoping that he would dodge attacks like that. 1 hit point, oh my god. And we don't have bandages actually to heal up his bleeds, which is bad. But we do have a plague doctor who can do that if we really need it. Okay. Our second Hellion is doing quite nicely. which is kind of annoying because this is actually a more experienced Hellion. But regardless, let's... we probably want to buff up our cultists for the simple reason that he will get his turn earlier, which would allow him to heal, hopefully. That doesn't seem to work quite that way, though. No matter. Okay, well that's good. Everyone back to full health. His health has dropped quite rapidly. I'm kind of scared for his health, honestly. Anyway. Getting the scout. I'm pretty sure that I need to go down here. I actually don't have a choice, I now realize. Okay, no fight in here. We want to go down, I think. Okay. Well, I used the torch there a little bit too late, apparently. We're gonna start with a stun, which is hopefully going to stun both of the enemies. Although, of course, the Mammoth Cyst has 2 turns per round, so he's gonna be able to act at least once. Let's debuff him, for that very reason. And we're going to bleed him, and this is my idea. His bleed resistance is quite low. We should have approximately 70% chance per Hellion to land a bleed on him. The bleed is going to be 4 damage per round, so that should work out quite nicely. And we should also be dealing decent damage by itself, simply because this is an Eldritch target. Bulging Gaze is a stress attack, if I'm not very much mistaken. And it also debuffs. Damage is reduced on the occultist, which is interesting. I did not remember that. I did not look at every single bit of this boss in the past. I kind of don't want to waste a turn on him. But then again, how fast can he move? He cannot move very fast at all. Okay. If I move, that's not gonna really help me in the short term. However, in the long term I might be able to apply Noxious Blast, and I might actually have to move back later to apply Battlefield Medicine. And at the moment we seem to be doing fine, so I think I'm gonna be moving back. It's not ideal, but I'm gonna do that, yes. Okay, debuff is now stacking. Bleeding even further, 8 damage per round now. He's down to 2/3 of his health. And there's the Blight that we don't like. We can keep on attacking with the Hellion from the 3rd position. The bleed was resisted this time. Of course, there is a 30% chance of that happening. And he hasn't dodged... Well, he has dodged a couple of things, to be perfectly honest. Can we blight him? Blight chance is... Actually, should have checked it before. And 160 against... No, I don't really like doing that. We don't really need to move right now, so I think I'm going to buff up the Hellion in the front. She should deal the best damage anyway. There goes our first anti-venom. Okay. What? Seriously? That was unexpected. I thought that only happened at later stages, actually. This is kind of fortunate. We are kind of close to where we teleported away from. Anyway, she is still buffed, which is good. This might allow us to get a few kills in. Let's also buff up our other Hellion. She can use the breakthrough, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's buff her up. Give her the opportunity to use the breakthrough. 18. Oh boy. Fetch, please don't do that again. Please don't do that again. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nash, 11. Oh my god. Oh, why did I decide to bring an occultist rather than a Vestal? I know why. His debuff skill is just too good to ignore, but... Oh my god, it's really, really bad, actually. Not being able to heal everyone at once in a situation such as this. Actually, another breakthrough might work nicely here. It debuffs her again, but I suppose that's going to be fine. And then stun him. See if we can stall this out a little bit. Get a few heals in. You should probably go for a kill here. That is not gonna do it, I think. It still might. Very likely to get another stun here. So he's gonna die on his own in the next round, so this is quite good. You can do an adrenaline rush, get a bit of hit points back that way. And you can heal yourself. 17, okay. We're in an okay shape again, and he is now dead, so... all in all, no reason to complain here. The debuff will disappear on its own, although... I don't think that there's a battle in this room, but I might be mistaken. We can also eat a bit of food. I think that's a good idea. Okay, there is a battle in here. Alright. Hopefully this is not going to be too bad. That is a blight attack, which we fortunately ignored. Yeah. Stun again, or blight? Blight is not going to help us all that much, I think. I think buffing up is the way to go here, actually. If it bleeds 13 to 24, only if it crits we will kill, but it's a lot better I feel than if it bleeds here. 20? Not bad. Breakthrough would be good here. We should have probably used the breakthrough, honestly. Okay, we can still use the breakthrough from that position, I believe. Let's kill this guy, preventing him from getting another turn. And then, I suppose we debuff him. I would have liked to heal, but that wasn't in the cards, apparently. 18 damage and the bleed. He is gonna die on the next round, which is, I suppose, something. Banish works. That works for me. The Nash shouldn't deal as much damage. Unfortunately, it still critted, so that wasn't that great at all. Breakthrough. Moving everyone back to the right positions. What do we want to do here? She's still buffed up, although that's gonna come off on her next action, I believe. So maybe I should do something else instead. Blighting him, I don't really think that is going to be worth it. Let's buff her up again and do a heal with him. Excellent, okay. The Occultist, if he crits and does all that other sort of thing, he's so incredibly useful. If he doesn't, of course, you can get really screwed over by the RNG. But anyway, I think we're going to continue to that battle that we were teleported away from. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Stun the back row. See if we can kill these guys. Heal up or debuff? I feel that debuff is still a better option. Simply because that actually allows us to get ahead of all of the attacks that this thing can do. Okay, already losing 8. Nice dodge there. That's why I gave you that trinket, so you can dodge nonsense like that. Displace, okay. Resisted it. Let's stun him again. We probably should also try to kill the dude in the back so that we don't get teleported away, but... yeah, well, I'm going to heal up here, I think. It's a bit of a risk with his next attack being around the corner, but... I kind of want the Plague Doctor to be in a bit of a safer spot, okay? Half his health gone, Revivify. 18. Fortunately, our bleed is... No, it's actually not doing too great. We could try to blight him now. We don't really have anything else that we could do other than... Well, buffing up our Hellion looks like a decent option. But then 6 blight over time. If we land it, which we did, it's going to be brilliant. Okay, he's going to receive 14 damage over time now. And yet even more, 18 damage. Digestion, no dodge this time, 15 damage, no blight though. Stun comes off on the white stock, who is quite fast. You heal yourself up, 13, okay. Kind of negating the damage that you received there, which is good. Digestion on the Hellion. She receives 12 damage and the blight, but she can always use Adrenaline Rush. Okay, we didn't get a teleport here, which is, I suppose, kind of fortunate. Stun resistance is off, so I'm going to stun both of them again. That's why I brought the Plague Doctor. It's very useful that he can do that. Let's reduce the damage on this guy, make sure that his last couple of attacks are not going to be as devastating. You need to attack more than you need to use the Adrenaline Rush, I feel, so let's do this. Okay, he's going to die on his next action, which is good. So you can do something completely different. Namely, buff yourself up. And he's dead. And this guy is still stunned, which is kind of hilarious in a way. He doesn't have protection. His blight resistance is reasonably high, but not so high that the Noxious Blast is not going to do anything. Okay, you heal up the Hellion in the front. Another crit heal. I love you for now. Wicked Hack. Excellent. Well, that went a lot better than the previous encounter, which we're going to resume in just a second here. Oh, and I should also swap around these two. And we're back. Where do I want to start? I want to stack up that bleed. 12 damage over time, which is quite good. Revivify, countering it with 18. Doesn't matter, buddy, you're going down. He already has had his action, apparently, in this round, which is kind of strange, honestly. And apparently this is our last action as well. That's also kind of weird. Reduces damage, though. Looks like a good option here, because he does get an attack here. Digestion, come on, come on. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. And stun them. Bleed him out. Yeah, that failed, kind of, but oh well. I still want to debuff this guy. Okay. That looks nice. All of his bleed has now come off, unfortunately, and once again he resists it. And that's a double digestion attack with 17 damage in total. Yeah. This place... Yeah, dodged it, that's good. I was thinking she is the one with the whatever it's called, the breakthrough, which moves her forward, so she can get back into position if we really need that to happen. And you heal her up, actually. 4 damage over time, need a little bit more bleed. Got it. Okay, he's dead. And the game unfroze. Very nice. Okay. Don't really... you could use your Adrenaline Rush. Tongue-tied there. I was kind of hoping to get a bit of a heal there, actually, but never mind. Okay, more fights. I guess that stunning the back row here is not a bad option at all. This guy is some kind of a support unit. I want to get rid of him. Yes, I do. It's half of his health gone, and then a breakthrough is not gonna do it, unfortunately. So we're gonna simply kill it outright. Then the Flesh Hound, the Polyp, they were stunned, right? So let us, we can curse the other guy. And then we can take down these two guys in the back first. And next round we probably want to do some healing, especially considering the fact that our cultist has now been attacked twice. The Phlegm, we still remember that one. I didn't until now, but now I do, and I don't like it. 25 damage. Could try for another stun, or could try for the Noxious Blast, which is likely to land. If it deals 3 damage, we get the kill even. It dealt 2 damage, of course it did. Oh boy. Oh well. That was my bad, I suppose. Taking a risk there, and the health on the occultist is now very, very, very low. Please heal yourself up. That's nice. But yeah, that's nice, that's nice. That's average, and I will definitely take that. I need like 2 more heals like that for our party to be back into shape. That one's dead. This one might act next. It is very likely, but it didn't happen. This is not going to help me enough, so I probably should move forward, allowing the occultist to heal. It's a bit of a weird move to make, but okay, not good. Death's Door. That's the problem. When you bring 2 support characters... Heal me. Yes, 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 yes. Take it easy. Breakthrough. It's not gonna get the kill anyway, so we may as well do that. Come on. And occultists, don't disappoint me. 12. Okay, that will take her off Death's Door, so that's good. And... you are going to buff up this one. Make her faster, make her stronger. And she's also faster. Violent Hack. Oh yeah. The Violent Hack is not that violent. I remember now. Heal up. 14. Okay, looking a bit better here. Let's... the breakthrough is gonna do some damage and it's gonna move her forward. She's not gonna be the one who finishes this guy off, I don't think. Indeed, she is not. Okay, I'm not really sure anymore where I can find the room where I need to be. It was somewhere around this area, but that obviously is not gonna help us enough. Need some more accurate information, but anyway, I'm looking at camping skills here simply for the opportunity to get a bit of a buff here. Of course, we have the sharpened spear, and that one alone could be well worth it. Increasing maybe the dodge on this guy would also be good, but I don't think that I have a way of doing that. Dark Ritual. To heal our companion for 50 and remove the mortality. But she's not going to be a damage she's not going to be a damage dealer anyway, so that bit is not too bad. I mean, the reduced damage, the reduced accuracy, she still is plenty accurate, I think. What else does the Death Door recovery penalty do? Reduce 1 speed. Well, she is extremely fast, so that shouldn't be a problem either. And the increased stress damage is kind of annoying, but stress doesn't appear to have been a problem so far. So I guess that camping is a good thing to do here. Simply to buff up. And I have a feeling that we're getting very close to the actual room. I want to remove the debuffs, but I also want to restore health. So feasting is definitely the better option, I think. And I don't actually need to remove the Death Door penalty here, so I'll take that. I definitely want a sharpened spear on her and on her. I clicked the wrong ability. But at least it still helps her, and I can use the medicinal herbs to get rid of the debuff. But now I need to be a bit more careful. Prevent the nighttime ambush. Increase everybody's stress by 7. That's not the worst thing in the world. I always think that this ability is a bit expensive though, but I really don't want to get ambushed. Then again, I haven't been ambushed yet in the Darkest Dungeon. I didn't think of that before I left. We can heal up a little bit here and there, but all in all I think that the battle trance is a better idea. And then... Oh, I haven't got that one equipped. I should have probably thought more ahead and used the Dark Strength in combination with the Abandoned Hope. Battle Trance not that good on her. I would like to use the Sharpened Spear and then something else. A heal, I think, on him. I could also do a heal on him and 2 pep talks. But I would really love to use the Sharpened Spear. Alright, let's at least select that one then. And we have this one left, Self-Medicate. Heal self by 10, that is not that great, honestly. Although it does counter the accuracy debuff a little bit. From the Death's Door penalty. Abandoned Hope really isn't necessary. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to result in a worse situation than it is now. Or the Unspeakable Commune and prevent a nighttime ambush that I've never seen happen before. I kind of want his health to be higher. It's only 5 hit points. But I think this was the best choice. Alright, and I think I'm gonna call an episode, call it close to this episode right here. I've been going on for half an hour now, so I think I'm gonna cut this mission up into separate episodes like I did before. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And join me next time.